Hello and welcome to Winter Grace Senior Ministries. I am Debbie Bergio. Thank you so much for joining us. I am joined right now by Christy Irwin, the founder and owner of Longevity Fitness by Christy. Christy, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Oh, great. We want to talk about a little bit about the importance of physical fitness for older adults and the benefits. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I always tell my students who I teach, which are seniors, is one thing is you can't stop. When we're fit as younger people, that's wonderful, but anytime you stop with your fitness, your muscles will atrophy. As we get older, unfortunately, we will get problems in our joints, arthritis, but it's something that we can also, through exercise, um, keep controlled. And I know people who are in better physical shape in their 70s than they were in their 50s because they started an exercise program.
Absolutely. I know my father, when he retired, he and my mom was going to heart rehab, and they started going to the gym, and like 75 or so, he had muscle. I mean, he was building muscles that we had never seen before. So it certainly at any age you can still build those
It's
muscles.
never too late to start.
So how did you end up in this specialization? Why older adults?
Well, it's funny. I didn't start with older adults. I got a degree at the University of Maryland in physical education, and I started as an elementary school physical education teacher, and I absolutely loved teaching children. But then, as life went on and I had children of my own, I stopped for a while, and I just missed being able to work physically with people. And so I saw a job at Howard Community College. It was listed, and I decided to get my certification. I'm a certified group fitness instructor for ACE. And from there, it just kind of blossomed. I started one class, and it was kind of a cardio class. And I actually titled it Optimal Fitness for Seniors because everybody is different, and I want everybody to be able to be at their optimal fitness that they can be. And from there, then I had students who needed chair. So then we focused on core and chair. And then from there, it said, well, let's do some yoga. After yoga, let's do some aqua. And the thing is, I just enjoyed working with the senior population so much that the more they asked, the more I said, well, let's try it. So a lot of it. And then unfortunately, when COVID hit, I was working for Howard Community College at the Bain Center, which is a senior center here in Columbia in Howard County. But I also was working for the Parkinson Foundation because I teach students with Parkinson's disease. And I was also working for the Office of Aging, and I teach balance classes for them. So when COVID hit and everything kind of closed down, I said to my students, I want to keep you still going. Would you try? Would you try it virtually? And I didn't know COVID was going to last so long. And I said, absolutely. I'm not even going to charge you. I just want to keep you, staying fit and healthy. So we started all the classes online. And after a while, my students came to me and they said, we feel like you're doing all the giving and we're doing all the receiving. So next thing I know, I start getting checks in the mail from my students. And I thought, well, this is
Wow.
okay. I can't do this. So I started Longevity Fitness by Christy, which is an LLC. And currently, I teach 13 classes a week virtually. I have like 4 or 5 different formats. So there's a fit for everyone. And a lot of my seniors, the thing that makes me stay doing what I'm doing is the appreciation I get back from them. I mean, I love teaching them as much as they love working out with me. So it's a two-way street.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, that's really great. So it's I know there's cardio and there's strength and there's other, and you talked about balance.
Mhm.
If someone's just maybe has been spending their time mostly sitting down, not really active, or maybe how how do we get started? What Do you have any advice for how do we get
I
started?
love that question. I love that question. So I have a seated class, and it's probably my most popular class. And the thing that's so great about seated is it can be very intense. And I
Hmm.
show moves from, and I'll say level one, level two, level three. I'll say a modification. So I would, if I had a student, and I have, saying I'm just getting back into it, I would definitely recommend a class for them. And that seated class is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A lot of my students then on Tuesday, Thursday take the balance class, which I was just telling somebody today. I was doing this research on the amount of money it costs us a year from people falling.
Hmm.
It's a real, it's a problem. It's a problem. So the balance class is a wonderful supplemental class. Now we are standing, but it is for people who do need to improve their balance. And I started it really focused on those people who had balance problems to begin with. But in that class, you will not only do uh, balance, will do coordination, agility, strength training, the lower body,
Hmm.
so that so your body, your muscles know what to do in case somebody knocks into you, or in case your foot steps off a curb. Ankles. If we don't have strong ankles and we lose our flexibility, you can just walk and catch your toe on the floor. And
Right, right.
people fall like that all the time. So the balance class is a great supplemental class to the core class. And yeah, I always ask my students before they start a class just to give me a little history so that I
Hmm.
can pick the right class that will be appropriate. And I let all my students, anybody who wants to try a free class, so that they can, and I'm not sure about this, come try it for free and see what you think. And if it's for you, great. And if it's not, that's fine.
That's great. So you probably have had students that have been with you for quite a while now.
I have. I probably, that's a great question. I would say 6 or 7 years. And
Wow.
I tell you, I started after an awesome teacher. And when I went in, they were like, you're not going to be like her. And so it was a hard act to follow. And some of them laugh now because they were like, oh yeah, we remember that. We were not happy that there was going to be a new teacher. But they're so wonderful. And yeah, it's interesting that you bring that up. Most of my students have been with me for a while, and I'll have like friend day. I'll say, okay, invite a friend just to try it, because if they just try it,
Hmm.
usually they're like, oh yeah, I want to do this, because it is a lot of fun. And I try to make the classes not only physical, but we spend time before class, uh, chit chatting, after class, chit chatting. I celebrate birthdays, so we have a lot of fun together.
Oh, that's great. Now, I'm not going to name names, but we were talking the other day and you were telling me about a special older gentleman and the progress, what you were noticing with him and the progress that he's made since has been taking your classes. And I was wondering if you could share a little bit about that, just as an example
Yeah.
of things, what can happen for you.
Well, I have, yeah. So I think I'm not exact. I don't remember exactly who we were talking about, but when you said that, I thought of one in particular. So, sometimes we might have some physical challenges. We might have scoliosis, lordosis, kyphosis, all sorts of things, spinal alignment problems. So, I've had students who, gosh, they come to me and they're like, okay, I took your class and my blood pressure went down, or my cholesterol went down, my diabetes is in control, and I loved it. My bone mass increased. So a lot of seniors will go, to doctors, and they do an annual physical, and they take it for a year, and the doctor says, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it.
Keep
So
doing it.
yeah,
Absolutely. And this particular gentleman, I believe he's 82. He said he had shown a little bit of frailty, but then he's been doing yoga and
Cookie. So she's just talking. I'm sorry.
yeah, she wants to be in on the
Yeah, she
conversation.
She's gonna be 16 in a couple days, and
Wow.
she can't hear, so I could yell at her, but it's not gonna matter.
That's exciting though, to see someone take help. It's got to be so exciting for you to see people's progress through that and be able to be the one way that they're getting that improvement.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's true. Teachers didn't go into teaching for the money, and just yeah, and seeing the improvement, seeing the, like I said, I think I said earlier, the appreciation, and
Yeah.
um, just you want to have a purpose in life, and you want to feel like you're doing something to help people, and I really feel like I get to see that every day, and it's wonderful.
That's great. It's your get to, not your have to.
Yeah.
You get to do it.
Oh, I like
That's
that. Sure get to
yeah.
have
I
to.
borrowed that from a class that I took. And it's your get to.
Yeah.
And well, Christy, thank you so much for sharing. I mean, some folks that are watching this probably got to do your class on the second day of our fair, but they can contact you for the information that we have on your page, on this page. And I just really appreciate you sharing your insights and enthusiasm and encouragement with
Oh, well,
folks.
thank you so much. I think what you're doing too is so wonderful,
Um,
because sometimes the senior population gets ignored. And I think here in Howard County, we're very lucky because there are a lot of programs, but things like what you're doing are so important. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And Cookie, have a great day too.
Okay. Take care. Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye-bye.